Hi, so in this video I'm going to look at simplifying expressions. Another way of saying this would be we're going to look at collecting like terms. So it's where you've got a group of different algebraic expressions and you're collecting together the terms that are similar or like. Now the rules are with algebra that you can only collect together the terms that are the same, okay, the same kind of terms. So for example, if we look at the first question here, and I've got some different colours so I can highlight this with you, we've got x, y, x, y. So what I can do is I'm allowed to collect together the x's and to collect together the y's, but I cannot collect x and y together themselves, okay? So I'll show you what I mean. So what I would do when you're first going through this is I would circle the terms that you're looking at in particular so that you can answer each one individually. So I'm just going to focus in on the x's for question 1 initially. So I've got here 5x, okay, and colour really helps so you can see what's going on. And then I've got 2x, but it's got a minus sign in front of it. Then the rule is the sign goes with whatever it's in front of. So I must circle that negative sign as well. And now my eye is drawn just to that calculation, and we're just doing 5x take away 2x. And it's just the same as with numbers. 5 take away 2 is 3, except for the fact that I've got 3x instead of just 3. Okay, so that's the first part. Now I'm going to focus in on the y's. Okay, I've got plus 3y and I've got plus 7y. So again, focusing just on the y's, I've got 3y plus 7y, and altogether that gives me plus 10y. Now if you're struggling at all with the minus signs, I highly recommend you go back to my video on negative numbers so you can recap how to work through that. But basically there, at that point, you've done, that is your answer. You can't do anything else because this is an x and this is a y, and it would be like collecting apples with bananas. They're separate, they're different things, you're not allowed to put them together. So that's it. Then we move on to question number 2. We've got 2 different letters here again, so I'm going to circle them in the same way as I did before. So this time I'm going to start with the s, so we've got 6s plus 5s, okay? And the same way as we did before, 6s plus 5s, that gives me 11s. And then I've got plus 40 minus 80, okay? Now be careful, and if you need that number line, just use it. So there's 0, I'm at 4, I'm going to take away 8, and if I take away 8, I go below 0, so I actually end up with negative 4t. And that is my answer. And you just write down what you get, okay? So if your answer's positive, you put a plus. If your answer's negative, you put a minus, and that is it, okay? Right, last one, and just for a bit of fun with this one, I've decided to include 3 different things. And if you notice, I've also got here a number as well, because that is counted as a separate term, and you collect it in exactly the same way. So let's start with r. We've got 1r here, and then we've got minus 6r there. So all together, and again think about your number line, you've got r, take away 6r. So that r, where there's no number in front of it, that means 1r. We don't put the 1 in front of a number when we've only got, in front of a letter, sorry, when we've only got one of them. So we can say 1r, so we're at the number 1, and this time we're going to take away 6, so we're going down 6. So that takes us to negative 5, so we're going to write minus 5r. If we then look at the p's, so again circling the sign in front of it as well, we've got plus p, take away 4p. Now again that's plus 1p, so we're at 1, take away 4, now that's going to give us negative 3p. And then lastly, we've got plus 1 and plus 5, and that's just normal and straightforward. So 1 plus 5 gives us plus 6 altogether. And that then is our final answer, okay? So just remember, circle everything the sign in front goes with whatever it is in front of, okay, so that's a plus that goes with that one, whereas that minus sign goes with that term. And then collect together your like terms, and remember you cannot collect together things which are not like.